Hello YouTube and welcome to another general vlog video. The second try at this video. I was already 8-9 minutes into the video and I accidentally hit stop, and as you know I can't go from stop and finish recording on that video. So anyways, today we're going to work on making our home a smart home. And I'm going to kind of go through this a little quicker than I did the last time, and I'm a little more prepared this time, so hopefully the quality of me telling you what's going on will be a little bit better. So let's get you down here. We can't do the box opening, unfortunately, because that was on the first video and I've already done it, and I'm not going to pre-stage it and fool you guys. So let me get you down here and show you what we got. Okay, so what we have for this video, this was the unboxing I did, or unpackaging. You know, it come in this package and I just opened it up on camera. And these are smart plugs. So I gave the story before of I didn't know how much this cost because this was actually a Christmas present. It's actually a two-piece deal, and we'll go all over that. So basically, let me show you real quick what we got here. And this is a smart plug. It plugs in. And I'm not going to show you on this time around, but I've already checked. It does, you can put this into one outlet, plug it right in. You see how you just plug it right in? It's almost like an extension, but it is kind of big around. But you can plug this in and still be able to plug your vacuum cleaner or whatever on top of it or below it, whichever you choose. Or in my case, where these are going to go side by side. So I bought these to control my lamps on each end table. I got one on each side of my couch, so that's what two of them are going to go for. Then I think the third one I'm going to hook up to my outside lights, not my outside porch light, but my outside rope lights and stuff that I have out there, my little lantern lights and everything. And that way I can turn them on and off as I so choose to. And then this one I think I'm going to put in my workshop, because I have my workshop set up as one flip of the switch and everything goes off. That way I don't leave a soldering iron or something like that plugged in if I'm extremely tired or just kind of forgetful. So I think that's where this one's going to go. That way if I'm sitting here on the couch and I think, geez, did I remember to cut out my workshop lights? I can just say, you know, Alexa, turn out my lights in the workshop. So there's all four of those. We have the Vine Smart thermostat. It's going to fit nice and flat and nice on the wall. I chose this one. There was others to choose from. I chose this one. You can get Honeywell. You know, it might be a couple dollars more, or a couple dollars cheaper. I'll tell you the cost here in just a little bit. Then I got this because over there on the wall I have three switches. It basically looks like only two, but there's three. And I want to get rid of one of them. And I'll explain all that when we get over there. But that's what this is. This is a 3-gang. This can control my kitchen lights, my living room lights, and my outside light. That's going to be really cool. That's the first thing that we're going to install. So now that we've got that, now for your thermostat, depending on your furnace that you have, you may or may not need a what they call a C-wire, which is what this little thing is. It's just a little power adapter. It's 24 volt because it does take voltage to run a digital thermostat. And I don't have a voltage wire running from my furnace up here, and I don't want to try to reroute because it's all up in the ceiling. So I got one of those. And then this little dude here comes as this is called an Echo Show 5. And I just put fingerprints all over it. Pretty cool. It's Alexa controlled. And the base is separate. I like this base really, really, really well versus some of the others that I've looked at. But once again, like I said, I didn't choose this. This was chosen for me as a present. And I'm absolutely going to love it. It's magnetized right on the bottom. So you can go up or down. You know, whoops, unless I grab it and try to twist too hard. Or you can go up or you can go down, you know, any way that you choose to go. I like that. Get it at the right angle. So what did all this cost? You guys want to take your guesses right now? Yeah, well, you're probably way off. This is a lot more affordable than what you think. So I'm going to run down the individual prices, and then I will tell you the total. So this alone, the cheapest that I could find was $55, free shipping. Everything I'm going to tell you on this is going to come free shipping. And somewhere more, somewhere less. The one that I looked at was actually charcoal. This one's actually white. I think they're both probably about the same price. Then you got the stand. It comes separate. So just keep that in mind. So the stand was $11.95. The Show 5 was $55. The C-Wire, which you may or may not need, is $16.93. The thermostat, which is the one that I picked out, is $39.95. The 3-gang switch that had the 3 touch switches on it was $25.99. And the 4 smart plugs, and I did try to find the actual receptacles that I could replace. I wasn't able to find them. Anyways, these were $25.99 also. So it brings us a grand total of everything that you see here that will, in my case, give me 1, 2, 3, 4 lights that I can do by Google, Alexa. I'll be able to turn my heat on and off. And also, this can also be operated from your smartphone too. So if I'm over at my dad's and the temperature drops really low, I can turn my heat up from there. Or out on the boat, or, like if you're out on the boat and you go out early in the morning, but yet you don't have your air on in the house because it's just a beautiful morning. You get out there, all of a sudden you look and it's 98 degrees and you think, oh, wish I turned my air on. You can do that through this, off your cell phone. So it's more than just your home system. You can also operate things through your cell phone. So a grand total of $175.81 makes all this stuff smart, which for me is going to make 1, 2, 3, basically 4 rooms smart for me. So now there are other options that I could have used instead of this, but I didn't know it at the time. Excuse me. You can actually get what is called a smart bulb, which is you just replace the light bulb. Anybody in the world can do that. And those are $8.99 a piece. That's the cheapest I found it. Now that's a piece. If you buy a package deal, I'm sure they're cheaper, which I will be eventually getting that and the doorbell. And also, a lot of your doorbells require the C-plug also. So, but we'll get into that a whole nother time. So let me get you up here. This is right where I was the last time when I messed up. Let me get you up here on what we're going to start on. And we'll start on that work, and hopefully I don't hit the stop button again. And we can continue this cool video. All right. So, this is the mess that I'm going to do away with. We're no longer going to have 2 plugs, or 3 switches actually. There's 2 here, there's 1 here. We're going to have 1 panel. We're going to do away with this one and patch the wall. So, let's get up here and actually get a little bit done. And yes, I have a stool over here because I'm going to be lazy and sit. So let's get to, and wow, I think I got a 3-mile long screwdriver. So let's get these off. And yes, I put these in, and yes, they are just a little bit uneven. One went up higher than the other. I'm not sure how that happened. And yes, I was going to fix that, and now I don't have to. Now this is going to be a little bit complicated because I have to figure everything out. on how to wire it. So it's going to be a lot of reading instructions. I've never done this before. I've never even seen these before. I've never even known a house that had any of this before. I'm sure you guys do. You're probably a little more modern than I am. Push them screws back down in there because I can reuse those. All right. So we'll kind of put that in there. Well, that little drill bit there is about wore out, people. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this one on out. Oh, got a little bit of wall texturing there with it. Alright, let's see if we can get this top one out. Yeah, it's just that bottom one. It must be a little bit stripped. But that's okay. Excuse me while I put this up. You guys can probably see inside my ear real quick. And we'll grab this regular screwdriver and we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Alright. So now that that's out, or almost out, is it out? Yep, it's out. Oh, and I just turned one of my lights off. Let's pull this one out. Oh, that looks pretty simplified. Alright. So each one of these has a break in, you know, you break a wire, and that's how a light switch works. So I don't know if that's still how I do this or not. So we're going to have to figure that out. So I don't think it is. And this may get really complicated, but we shall find out together. I'll bring you right back once I read some instructions. Okay, and let me show you what I've come up with so far. So far, I can open up this door and show you. The bottom light works my outside light. On, off, on, off. The middle light works my living room. Off, on. The top light will work my kitchen. Oh, here we go. And I can turn it back on. Just simple. And I've also got it going through my phone to where I can, like the outside light is off right now, I can turn it on. And I can turn off the living room light. And I can turn off the kitchen light. Simple. I cannot get it to go through Alexa yet, but I will. But I figured for right now, I figured I might as well go ahead and finish installing this the way that I want it. Now that it's all working and I figured it out, now I can go ahead and install it. Then I can pair the two together and get it working. So let me get that done and I'll bring you guys right back.